And welcome. This is our first episode of The Infected. I was thinking I'll build a base over here. Wow, that's a long way to start from there. Anyway, I really like how this rock outcropping looks, and I'm going to try and avoid this city here on my way. Get an axe put together while I go. So, let's get going. I'm going to try and get a decent little base built up on that mound. I think it's going to be somewhat defensible up there. I do like that it's so close to the aluminum area. Get some wolves. Hopefully get a sheep so we can eventually get wool going to build up some nice rugs and eventually get those finishing touches of... can't speak English today. The finishing touches of some rugs and some actual furniture once we get our base built up. Plus it's a nice central area. And that deer is so lucky. I have no way to deal with it right now. Just trying to get there and watch where I'm going. I am not going where I thought I was going, which seems to be a big deal for me. So welcome to the channel. This is my first episode. We will see where this all goes. I don't really have an exact plan for what building I want to create or how I want the base laid out today or in this season. And it'll get better over time. We'll get more used to... I have played the game a little bit in the past. I'm not certainly at the level that some other creators are at, but we'll have some fun. We'll get a base going. I've got it set for a first horde at 10 days, and then a horde at 10 days. Every 10 days after that, we're going to start at 3 Vambies, and it will progress up slowly. I have everything else left alone, so we still have bears and all the wildlife and regular roaming Vambies that are going to come in and pretty much beat the snot out of us, I'm sure. But we'll get everything else going. I'm looking forward to seeing where the technology is. I really want to get that truck going as soon as possible. That's a big change. Looked at some of how the food is done, and well, I really appreciate the fact that the MRE packs don't ever spoil. Need to get a stick because I need to get an axe eventually, well, very soon. And I want to get a rock, a small stone, so that I can get an axe. I'm gonna need a spear really quick in. I didn't want to go into that town yet. I have zero way to defend myself right now. Mostly just praying nothing happens. Fortune favoring the foolish, and ship's named Enterprise, and I don't have a ship, so that's gonna leave me with being a fool. And it seems that that's the road we're headed down. But yeah, this area right here I think is nice. Hopefully it looks like it's very defendable, and once we get that entryway covered or guarded with spike traps, we'll be good to go, and we can take a little bit of time. So I do want to have that there so I can eat that later. In the past, I've always played with slow decay of stats. I left the stats normal in this save. That's going to be a challenge for me. I tend to be a very casual gamer. So it's not turning up the heat a lot, but for me it's turning it up some. And we will get in here and do everything we can. I thought that might have been like a pumpkin or something, but nope. Just a dead log. Another deer. That's good to know they're going to be in the area. He is so lucky I don't have a way to deal with that right now. So this is the edge of that platform, or that plateau that I want to build on. I do need to find a rock. A small stone. Oh, just saw one. There it is. And make an axe. I'm also going to need... So I do need a stone blade, a stick, and some fiber. Okay. I'm sure I've passed a dozen and everybody's going to scream at me, oh, you walked right past him. It was, you know, I'm mostly concerned about getting to this area right here, getting some food saved up. I want to get a little bit of a shelter going today. I'm going to try not to play it too much at night in game if I can avoid it. I know that that's certainly not until I get some lights going. I'm really looking forward to seeing what I can put up here. I want to build out this area. I want to see if we can get, a real base built up here. So let me get some logs cut down. Because of course we're obviously starting with absolutely nothing. You saw me right after I launched the game. What time? We're in March, so we still have all summer to get through. We have the spring. So we're in spring, we have the summer, we have the fall before the weather starts getting too bad. You do need to get some sticks out of that. I think I'm gonna put my starting building here. Just a real simple place to get some sleep, basically, just to start with. This will come down shortly after. I do need to build, obviously, a saw table. And I know that I don't need a circular saw bench. I need a regular. And I need, saw bench. Try and leave it. I was going to put it up on that rock, obviously, as I was looking at, but I don't want to make it so hard to get to. And this just takes 4 logs. And obviously, as we progress, we're going to get better automation going. We'll get to better circumstances, better ability to defend ourselves, and so forth. I also want to get some logs placed into these platforms. It'll take a little while to get going, but that's okay. That's part of the point of this particular game. I really thought it was a novel idea to have the technology be, you have to find it in towns. So there's a big reason to get to the towns and start looking around, see what's in there. Otherwise, it's too easy to just avoid them. Just picked up 2 logs. Why didn't I pick up all 3? That seems kind of silly. And then I do it again. So that has 4. And this is obviously, we're starting out pretty slow, so Hopefully it won't stay this way for long, and we'll get much better abilities to gather materials. Actually, I know we will. I have another save that's got quite a system going. It's always fun to get back to the beginning and remember just how much of a struggle it was to get going. One of the downsides I just realized about this place, because, you know, apparently I'm not that good at thinking, is there's no water nearby. I need to get some water collection built. I think that's 6 planks. That's something that's gonna have to happen. Probably even before the structure, the beginnings of our first structure, our first shelter get built. Forgot how to put logs down there for a second. That was embarrassing. Should probably build a second one of those. This is just going to take too darn long. Otherwise, we'll be here till winter just trying to get set up. Probably even do with a third one. Just so that when you come back with a full stack, with a full armful of logs, there's no, well, where do I put the next one? Apparently have, my inventory is more full than I thought it was, and it is. I do need to make that stone blade. I need 3 sticks. Those. Got that. Now I have a spear at least. Yay! A real place. Yeah, those 4 should have been lined up. But I want to fairly early get some spike traps across that across that big gap in the entrance way up here. So of course we don't have stuff just coming straight up the driveway at us, because that defeats a lot of the purpose. I need to look and get a stone pick put together so I can get some more stones, get a forge going, or some of the smaller ones. Left the default season time, so they're going to be going a little faster than I usually play at. I don't know enough. I can see where that actually ups the difficulty score to leave the seasons longer, because when you get into winter, man, that gets tough. has all its planks in it. I don't need to do that anymore. So let me check and see it, because I don't remember. Okay, so that's even easier to make. Unless, of course, you get it wrong. And that will let us start getting some rocks broken up. Of course, the iron one is better, because not only is it repairable, but it goes faster. Okay, I still have 2... I forgot, the weight is so low when you start out. You really need to get those croc skins to get your backpack bigger so that that becomes useful. I think it's under other tools. As we're limping through here. Obviously, eventually this will have walls. There's just so much to do, and it's so hard to organize which step is supposed to be first. At least for me, in my little brain. And I did it again. Nope, that wasn't enough. That still wasn't enough. Good grief, I need to get better at managing that. Hopefully we'll get some rain soon. Normally I don't like the rain in this game. Only because it's so long. And it just seems like, man, that would make me miserable if that was the conditions I was living in. So we've got that. We're going to put that in there. Not enough. I get that. I swore I'd have thought I'd have had some left over from that one log I broke down, but we'll keep doing more. It really helps if you actually hit the tree, it turns out. So, not my most organized beginning. It will get better, I promise. That was more to me than anyone else. This just wasn't how I wanted to start the game. And I don't think anybody actually looks to start a map this disorganized. But such is life. Oh, they fell down. So is life. Such is life. Right now, that's fuel. Gonna need a rack for sticks. Many of them probably. And I can't remember where the fire is. campfire. You do know that that needs a shelter, otherwise it just gets rained out. Nope, that's clay. That's the wrong stick. Oh, need to get better at that. Luckily, it seems the game is a little forgiving when it comes to being a numbskull like me. It gives you a little bit of a chance to get going before the real hazards start attacking. And I'm hoping to take advantage of that, because obviously, I'm not getting very fast. So what does that need? That needs 8 firewood. Let's actually... I love that there's these little stumps up here, because these just go straight to firewood. That's so much easier. I don't know about the efficiency, though. Watch that. Make sure I have room in my backpack. And now I don't have room in the backpack, so we need to get back here. Alright, looks like we're gonna get rain. Which is good, because it'll fill up our water buckets. I was getting worried. Like it's taking its time coming in, but that's okay too. Get over here and we'll actually... So, saw that coming. Hear a chicken. I want a chicken. Don't know where a chicken is. Don't see him. And I don't see any way for any of you to let me know where he might be. It won't involve a lot of hindsight. Oh, you bastard. That is so frustrating. Could have used that. The important part here is I can get some clean water out of that. I hear you over here, you little bastard. Where you at? Or are you a new one? I seriously need to just get some walls built. Just concentrate on one thing at a time. Not that one. Who doesn't like the window? Oh, I want a chicken. I hear him. I hear him right over here somewhere. The stereo is beautiful, telling me that he's over here somewhere. And I want a spear in his head. That's not likely to happen. Good news is, there was enough rain to fill to fill our buckets. Now I have a little bit of water waiting. I need to get some planters going so I can keep a little bit of food coming. And we'll see how that works out. I do apologize for the sound. I'm still learning what I'm really doing here, and it's the best setup I could get put together. It will be what I have for a little while, so I apologize in advance. I know it sounds like a potato. You can probably hear too much of my keyboard. There are you, bastard. Really? Well, as you can see, it's getting dark. If I can get the chicken, well, either way, we're getting close to calling it an end. Damn it, missed him again. I won't this time. Hey, doesn't matter how it went in the net. It just the scoreboard just says it scored. So, I got my chicken. I got a little something to eat for next time. And I'm going to say goodbye there. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for giving me a few minutes of your time. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you can see this will eventually turn into something very useful, or at least I'm hoping so. And with that, I hope to see you again. Have a great one.